Welcome back. We just got that 11 a.m. update in from the National Hurricane Center on Hurricane Melissa. So you're seeing this for the first time along with me as this just came out moments ago. And we want to show you that here on Wink News this morning. Not the best news for our friends in Jamaica. I mean, that pressure continues to drop now at 908 millibars, meaning when that pressure continues to drop, we're continuing to see strengthening with this system. Wind speeds have increased as a result. We're talking 165 mile per hour winds. As of that 8 a.m. advisory, it was at 160 mile per hour winds. So seeing those winds pick up some and not seeing any change with that forward movement. Moving to the west at 3 miles per hour. This is expected to make that turn to the north later on today and into tomorrow. So just a beast of a storm continuing to strengthen over the Caribbean as it zones in there on Jamaica. Expected to make landfall come tomorrow morning as that Category 5 hurricane. And then from there going to gradually be weakening as it goes towards the other Caribbean islands and then eventually out into the Atlantic. But here's a look at Hurricane Melissa on satellite right now. We have the hurricane hunters currently flying through the system. A powerful storm. Our Weather Authority team will continue to keep you updated on the very latest on Hurricane Melissa. Really getting strong out there, 140 mile per hour winds. And we actually have a couple of weather watchers that are in Jamaica. I want to show you that post here that they posted on our Wink Weather page, our Weather Watcher page, and they mentioned that they're in Jamaica. They're still there. They're going to hunker down and ride out the storm. This is Debbie and David. And they're hoping for the best, prepared for the worst, but they are going to try to keep us updated as long as they have cell service. So we're just thinking about them, our weather watchers, and everybody else, of course, in Jamaica and surrounding areas of those Caribbean islands as we continue to track Hurricane Melissa, which looks like a beast on satellite right here. Look at that eye right there, very well defined. There's Jamaica right there. This is expected to make landfall as we get a bit closer to Monday night into Tuesday morning there in Jamaica as a powerful major hurricane. Right now, Category 4 with 140 mile per hour winds. Moving to the west at 5 miles per hour. Hurricane hunters are in the system as we speak, getting more data from that system. But there's that curve expected to make its landfall there in Jamaica, again, come Monday night into Tuesday morning. And then it's expected to work its way eventually into the Atlantic. That curve is because of a boundary, a frontal system that's going to push this far away from us here in Southwest Florida. So that is some good news for us here locally. This is going to continue to rapidly intensify as it did in the overnight hours. I mean, this went from 75 mile per hour winds just yesterday to 140 mile per hour winds as of the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, and it is expected to strengthen into a Category 5 hurricane as it continues its way nearing Jamaica come Monday evening into Tuesday morning. So watching this closely for our friends in the Caribbean, going to make that curve thanks to a trough away from the United States, but watching it for them. I'll have a closer look at your full local forecast in the next 10 minutes.
As they are now preparing and bracing for this. Want to get you over to meteorologist Kreidler, who has been tracking this closely, Lauren.
Yeah, it's just awful to see that this is continuing to strengthen. Currently has 160 mile per hour winds, making this a Category 5 hurricane. We got that upgrade to Category 5 status earlier this morning, and it's just barely crawling to the west. That's also not good for our friends in the Caribbean, as this is a slow mover, just moving to the west at 3 miles per hour. Hurricane hunters actively flying through this system as we speak, continuing to find with each pass that it's continuing to get stronger as it nears Jamaica come tomorrow. So here's that current track right now as we look ahead. This is expected to make landfall as a Category 5 hurricane, and then it will continue to weaken as it brushes across other Caribbean islands and then eventually out into the Atlantic. So continuing to track that for our friends in the Caribbean. No impacts to us here in Southwest Florida with this, but I mean, just look how textbook this looks. I mean, it has that well-defined eye there, very clear, and we are just continuing to see that very impressive imagery on satellite. If we could pull up a live view, we have this live view I want to show you over Jamaica right now, and we are just seeing those overcast conditions, even seeing some raindrops. This camera moves periodically. We don't have control over this camera, but we were seeing some people walking along the street, still are. It's just going to see those conditions deteriorate, especially as we go towards this evening and then really into the overnight hours tomorrow. If we can go back to weather that'd be great. Thanks so much. Hurricane hunters flying through the system as we speak right now. They've actually had multiple aircrafts flying through it throughout the morning. Again, continuing to find that this is strengthening. So a Category 5 storm right now. I do want to show you those spaghetti models to show just how good agreement this is of taking this far away from the United States. So this is not a threat to us here in Southwest Florida or the United States by any means, but it is going to bring some devastating impacts to those in Jamaica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Haiti and surrounding areas as this makes that path to the northeast.